bit. Oops. Seems like an obviously a good day to grab SPY puts, but that's what scares me. That's what scares me, but you might as well give it a try, though. But it's not a guaranteed play. Now, if Apple breaks 174, you can even go more short on it. Yesterday about the can't remember. All right. That was interesting. All right, so best opportunity at the moment looks to be like TMX, maybe GRTX, but most everything is under VWAP, so you might want to just short the market today. Don't get too involved too heavily in the momentum plays when the market seems to be lacking momentum. Good morning, Corey. Are we crashing today? Is today the day? Please, I hope so, somebody says. Jason says, Grand Rising. Not sure what that is. And here's a whole bunch of SPY up target, first resistance, 466.55. Okay. And then mega resistance, 470.29. Down targets, 457. In my opinion, SPY first target is an over-under trigger mark. Once SPY picks direction off, over-under trigger, QQQ leads the way. Yeah, well, QQQ is SPY is a mix of QQQ and the Dow. There goes SPY. We got 18 minutes to the open, and the market is dropping more. If you could only buy SPY puts pre-market, which I think that is possible on some things, on some platforms. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. How's it going? Make sure you click like a bunch of times. We've got to get up to a couple thousand likes. Let me do some here too. Click like over on TikTok. Boost the stream. All right. So, yeah, inflation numbers came in and they were much higher than expected. This is interesting, though. Gold with a huge streak down. So it seems as though smart money is getting ready to buy up a dip. That's what it's looking like. And we'll also be able to watch VIX today to see if we can catch any divergence. We'll be watching that carefully for any signs of divergence. But yeah, rates are a little bit up this morning. Inflation is off the charts. Everyone's worried about what the Fed is going to do from here. They'll probably it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because on the one hand they're causing inflation, and then if they start to and so then that caused high inflation, and when they start tapering, they're going to try and cut back that inflation, but that in itself can crash the market, the tapering. So it's a really delicate balance, but it's going to be like this fight, this up and down fight. All of a sudden it's going to be really choppy for the next like 10 months. It's going to make a really interesting market. And then somebody says, are we going to crash the market today? Who knows? But from the looks of gold, it looks like smart money's tapping their reserves, getting ready to buy the dip. So anyway, tech will be hurt by the inflation information. And then, of course, financials, industrials, base materials, and energy will do well under inflation. So that continues to be a good play. What's up, She Lovely? What's your name? She Lovely. I need it to do so before my call option on Friday expires. Yeah, well, we'll cross our fingers for you. You're losing your shirt out here. Well, you need to learn how to bet on the other direction. Make sure you have some bets in your portfolio during these tough times that are balanced out the other way. If you have, half your money in longs, you need to have another half your money in shorts. So that way, when the market goes down, your shorts get a boost. But you don't want to do something like shorting a pullback on a long in order to be short, in order to have a short position in your portfolio. That's not the kind of short we're talking about. We're talking about like, BABA, eternal descent into the abyss, or anything else you can think of that's just continually for months and months and months just nosediving. That's what you want to get short in your portfolio so that you can make money. Whether the market goes up or down, those stocks are going to get worse and that position will improve. But when the market does go down, it gives it that extra boost so you just don't feel it so bad. Ford got a downgrade. Okay. And then, yeah, there's always a BizD and a high div. That's right, Chris, for dividends. Oh, because Justin asked, what's your top 3 long-term holds for dividends? iDiv is probably number 1. BizD, and then I have on my board over here somewhere, where is that? MTBCP, FBPRO, and CSSEP. And nope, I'm not saying them again. So pay attention. All right, we've got 13 minutes until they open. And we are looking at GRTX starting to curl up a little bit now. If you can make it over 310, that could be signs of a bottom reversal. Still, it'll need to get over 330 really to be convincing. 330 is where GRTX starts to get convincing. But if you can get over 310, you can get an early entry in pre-market. But again, mostly, almost everything pre-market here is below VWAP, even the momentum stocks this morning. And if something else can pop up on our radar, we'll go after it. But this looks like a shorting type of day. So how's everybody doing? Good morning. Chop coming until midterm election. Todd says the Fed meeting is on traders' minds today. Chop coming until midterm elections. Yeah. AMC. I'll take a quick look and see if there's some movement on AMC. AMC is just falling. Don't back hold that shit. Yeah, get out of that. Out of AMC. There was never a reason for you to be in it. No one needs to wait 6 months to lose money. You should be making money every day in the stock market. You don't sit there and hold AMC. So you got to get out of that. It's not going the other way. Because your ability to recover the loss that you already have sustained gets worse and worse every day. You have more and more loss. Can't rely on AMC to get you back. You're going to have to learn to make money on the stock market, and you have to cut your losses absolutely as soon as possible so you can start that recovery. That's right, my brat. We're going to have to pop your put. All right, I'm not going to get too using phrases and words here that I might not be allowed on certain social media platforms, but yes. Yeah, but you want to get into puts today, most likely, or just simply shorting, selling short. Selling short does involve higher levels of risk than going long. You should be aware of that. Careful. Large holder with SEAC had them forever. Oh, nice. Great. Well, make sure you take some profits. It's almost up double. So you want to take, 10, 20, 30% off. And we'll also be watching IMPX on day 2. Steven, don't ask me that. Are we out of our F swing? Go to the original alert. Look at the numbers listed. If it says you're out, you're out. Yeah, I can't manage 400 people's positions on 100 positions. But I don't know. I'm not even looking at it. Maybe you're supposed to stay in. But go look at the data on the alert and figure it out. If you're in options, you use the 5-minute rule on the open. Should you buy that thing? Which thing, Tony? The Stream Deck? This thing? This thing's awesome. Is that what you're talking about, Tony? No. That's funny. What you should buy is Slappies. Man up your man game. Slappies. Excellent soaps and various. You're gonna have to get me some language, Stephen. I have to have my little kit over here. I'll use my Stephen. Didn't you say that you were a voiceover guy? I think maybe you had mentioned that to me. You got to get on here. No, marketing guy. Okay, somebody in here is a voiceover guy. Thinkorswim guys, yeah. You got Dial Gold soap. That's good stuff too. I just wouldn't clean my ass with it. That's the marketing right there, Steven. You can use Dial, but would you really trust cleaning your ass to that? Got to get in there with Slappies. Dove is number 1. Steven knows his soap rankings. That shit slaps. Am I from Calgary? No. Do I have a slight accent? No. I'm pretty much from Southern California, but moved to Texas recently, so sometimes I can have a little bit of twang in there, can kind of catch up with me. Kind of a native San Antonio dude, but not really. And then that can turn kind of Canadian, Can turn kind of Canadian, and all of a sudden here I am, I'm from Calgary. So maybe that's what happened there. All right, you guys on TikTok, thanks for tuning in. The market's going to open in 6 minutes, and we're going to see what the heck is going on here. We are following a couple of momentum stocks, but we're going to need to see some progress on them to see if we get any breakouts. If we do, I will call those breakouts in live time. But what I'm going to try to do is give you the info before they happen, so you use the info so you can be right on top of it, because TikTok has a delay. You don't want to be using my exact call out moments to be getting into these things. You'll be late, and to be getting out of these things, you'll be late. So you want to listen to the information I give. You might want to have a pencil and paper handy, because I'll say something like GRTX, if it breaks 3.91, get in for 20 cents of risk. Boom. And I'm not going back on it. I got to keep rolling with the program. So you got to write that down, and then you start looking at it. You get your order ready, If you're interested in joining our trading community, we are at primetimetradinggroup.com. Come check us out. We have hundreds of members, and they are with me live right now on our Zoom. And we'd love to have you, and it's free to check it out. All right, we've got 5 minutes to the open, so that's plenty of time to watch for any other opportunities that might be coming up here. KPLT. Let me take a quick look at that. Oh, no, that's definitely not it. KPLT, not enough volume, really. The market has not found its bottom yet, although it's trying. It's actually trying, so that's a good sign. All right, 5 minutes to the open, and we will see how the market reacts, but there's a glimmer, there's a sign, there's a glimmer from gold that smart money is extracting a bunch of cash from their gold reserves, and they may buy up a dip here. But, smart money's going to let it really dip. So let's see where this bottoms. Really, it's not enough, I mean, we could get down to, let me take a look at SPY for a second. I mean, we could get down to 455 and really still be in okay shape on the market, not breaking any pivots and still within a positive trend channel. So, we have a lot of room here to fall precipitously. So keep your fingers crossed, though, that we do find bottom. But you may want to get puts today on your favorite whatevers, because it looks like that's where everything's going down. Yeah, 455 would be madness. But it's not that far away, is it? I mean, we're at 463 right now. And the average true range of SPY lately is $7.50. And so that would take us down to 456. No, that would take us to 455.50. So we could get there. How does PayPal look? Yeah, it doesn't look that great lately for long, but I've been averaging in. So I really like that one. That's definitely one of the ones that I've been averaging in. And Twitter. And I think that, over the next 6 months to a year, that's going to be an investment that really pays off, maybe even more, 2 years. But if you go long term on that one, I think that's a really great idea. Well, we've got 2 minutes to the market open. I'm not sure if I can get analysis on SoFi out, but I'll give it a try. Let me take a look. SoFi cup and handling to the downside, so that's very bad. It looks like it's probably it's the third tap to the downside. That's usually when it breaks down. It's probably going to break and run to support. First support is about 13, maybe settle into 12 over the next month. So SoFi not looking too good if that's what you're asking about. All right, 1 minute and 50 seconds until the market opens. Yeah, look into it some more. Dean Sanders says, I'm down 12% on Tesla in 6 days. Should I cut it now? Well, let's take a look at how it runs. Give it the 5 minutes, Dean, from the open. 5 minutes, let it establish a high and a low. Just let it do its thing, no matter how scary or great it looks. Let it do its thing for 5 minutes. And then whichever way Tesla breaks out of that 5-minute box, high-low, make your decision on that. 5-minute rule. Is the market typically a slow day like today, a day before the Feds make decisions from your experience? Yes. Yes, and then tomorrow will be even slower. But, we've got some significant data out, and it seems like investors are acting on it. The market did drop heavily across the board. And in 50 seconds, we're going to start to see how the full market reacts to it. Because the market technically isn't open yet. Invite Dallas Crane to go live together. Well, that would be cool. Dallas, are you in here? I'm not going to do that right now, but if you're in here, hello. All right, here we go. 20 seconds to the market open. And TMX is shaping up. That's Telmex. TMX is shaping up to be maybe a grinding up all day type of trade. Tesla's coming up off the bottom pretty strongly. However, the industrials are just tanking. Industrials are leading the market down. All right, the market has opened. What we have here. Hey, Dallas. Right on. Hey, Dallas, by the way, while I have you, message me if you're interested in writing a Q or two for a movie we're working on right now. I need somebody who can do beautiful strings with maybe black hole reverb, spacious, beautiful strings. Yes. We got some of the best guys on it with us right now. It's a school shooting movie, so it's very interesting and very well done. All right, at the market open, we've got SPY trying to get bought up. I don't know if I buy it. That's where that expression came from. Oh, nice. Yeah, any of the Spitfire stuff would be great, Dallas. Like, what do they have, that Eerie strings or something? It's due January 15th, so now is a great time to jump in and help out. I'd love to have you on a Q or two. All right, everybody. ALZN crapping out. GRTX holding at the open. SPY starting to tick up a little bit, but mostly what's encouraging is the industrials are moving up pretty strongly off this low. So they could be just buying right out of the gate, but you got to watch out. This could be a manipulation. And Tesla is holding right at 944. Apple's on the way up. Apple is on the way up. We got to give it 5 minutes of trading before we make a decision on that as far as our puts. Yeah, these things are awesome. Stream Deck makes trading instant and easy. It's good for anything, really. Photoshop, whatever you use. It's multi-application product. Okay, actually, we are seeing some good movement right now on the industrials and on the Qs. This could be a bull trap, though. A bull what? A bull what, Dave? Bull trap, sir. Yeah, this could be a bull trap because we do have some resistance coming up in about 1 point on the Qs, and same on the Dow, and then about a point on SPY. So Going to find out if they can blow through that resistance. If it blows through that resistance, then we're bullish on the day for sure. Speak clearly, don't get banned. Yeah. Mr. M says GRTX early pivot entry at 333 break, or would you wait for full confirmation? I think 333 would be good. I'm seeing the same important pivot that you're seeing there, and it would be good because that would be the first real strong pivot above VWAP and could change things. Everything else is below VWAP this morning. Apple really running up. We've got 1 more minute, first 5 minutes here to define the first 5 minutes of the market's range. And then a lot of people start making their trades based on the direction that the market takes after the first 5 minutes. GRTX is trying. If there was going to be a momentum stock today, it looks like that one. The Dow making another encouraging tick up. We are getting really close to resistance on the Dow now. Industrials. We're only 20 cents away. Have to see how the market reacts to that resistance. Yeah, TMX is looking good. If you want to get into TMX for like an options trade, it would be a call. But I would put on about $3 a risk with a stop way at the bottom there, 45. But TMX might have some upgrades and might go up to 55 today. Apple is just zooming in the other direction, and we're 5 minutes into the market. If it's going to continue, then we got to cut our puts. But we could have a turnaround any second here on the market as we run up to the resistance level. Where can you join? PrimetimeTradingGroup.com. PrimetimeTradingGroup.com. Love to see you in there. It's free to come check us out. Okay, we are touching all these resistance levels right now, especially on the industrials, on Dow. How it reacts, it's first to the resistance level. The industrials are first to the resistance level, and how it reacts from here is going to dictate how the Qs and SPY react from here. This could be a good opportunity for you to take some risk, to take some puts. You know, ironically, you wouldn't think so because the market's going up. But if you're going to take some risk with a very small amount of risk, because if it reverses on you, you can just get out of the position with some nice maximum gain potential. You know, the what's the word? Contrarian play would be to grab puts here now for a little risk level. Okay, the industrials are now at resistance, 357. NES is starting to pop up. NES. Nintendo Entertainment System. No, I'm just kidding. NES is popping up. That's all I can think of, you know, when I'm seeing this NES stock the last couple of days. Still, we need NES to pop over 2.6 before it becomes a trade, and when it does, then you can get in for 50 cents of risk. Stern, you know, that was a trade from yesterday or the day before. I don't know that it's doing much today. Let's see. Yeah, there's some movement on Stern. Thank you, for bringing that to our attention. If you want to get in now, it is making a break of pre-market high, 6.25 for a risk of about 30 cents to a stop at 590. Well, SPY is rallying, and the industrials are rallying right past the 357 resistance level, so that's a good sign so far. We are about 70 cents away on the Qs tech growth from finding out if we are going to fail the test of resistance. But on Apple, if you have puts on Apple, you can, from the other day, you can cut those because now we are out of the 5-minute box and pushing up and over and out of the 5-minute box. So we rolled twice. I rolled twice yesterday, though, on that. So we're looking pretty good on how that came out. We defended our position nicely. So I am seeing some bearish divergence on the VIX. I'm feeling bearish divergence in the VIX. So we have to watch that. I'm going to be watching that carefully. In other words, some protective hedging is going on, more so than the move that we're seeing on the market. We're seeing more protective hedging being put on than the move that is going on in the market. So that creates divergence. Was there an entrance earlier, or are we all still watching? There has not been an entrance, but we're watching NES for a break of 2.6, GRTX for a break of 0.4, somewhere in there, 3.35. BFRI is trying right now. STRN, we're watching a bunch of momentum stocks, but they're not really happening. And so far, the concept of getting puts on the market hasn't triggered either because the market is rallying. What is the best day trading program? The absolute best day trading program is the one I use here, Thinkorswim. It's the NASA Command Center, control center of trading. If you get involved in learning Thinkorswim, just beware. It helps if you're a tech person, possibly a programmer. It's very extendable, and you can set it up however you like, and it does just about everything. So you just sort of have to set it up, though. It's going to be frustrating for the first few months of setup. If you're new to trading and you want a good, easy platform for beginners that's powerful, it's about 80% as powerful as Thinkorswim. I would go with a Webull, like bull, like Webull. And if you go through my link, we'll both get bonus stocks if you sign up. So I'm going to give you my link right now, and if you use it to sign up, you're going to get bonus stocks for free when you sign up, and I'll get the same bonus stocks. We both share the same bonus stock. There you go. Yeah, there's my link. Can I tell us again what sound a bull makes? I'm not sure. What did I do? I said, what did I do? It sounded more like a moose. All right. Well, this is encouraging. The market SPY has blasted right into resistance very strongly, and the industrials also the same. So the prophecy that gold showed us is coming true. Very, very interesting. But this dip is being bought up. Bull goes moo, cat. What does the fox say? I heard that was a joke, that it was just like a silly little thing, and then they turned that into a song. That's very cool. Canadian moose. Boy, I tell you, there are so many great content creators on TikTok. When you're on TikTok, little tip for TikTok. When you're on TikTok, try and instantly just be cognizant, be aware. If you're doing FYP scrolling, try and be cognizant and aware of what kind of topic or emotion TikTok is giving you right at the beginning of you watching it, and think to yourself, is this relevant Is this truly relevant? Do I need to watch this? Whatever. And that's the only way I can get out of being sucked into content that I don't need to be seeing, especially with TikTok videos becoming like 3 minutes long. That actually has improved my feed and definitely the efficiency of what I'm learning or hearing about. You say I have nothing on my TikTok that I don't want to see. Good going. Your algorithm is perfect. It is perfect. All right, this is a pretty encouraging rally on SPY and the Dow. It could get your hopes up and then just nosedive and just rip your heart out. So be careful. I think it's really a good idea to just be watching right now and figuring out what the heck the market really is doing. We did plow through and cut through resistance, and then we'll probably have some kind of a pullback to see if we can rally past that and truly create an uptrend, a 4 points to an uptrend. Got to test this out here. We gotta suss this out. The VIX divergence now is starting to converge. So we are coming back. Let me get a more precise measurement on that. It looks to me as though the VIX and SPY have converged. So they are now together. That would signify a releasing of protective hedging across the market. That's just the beauty of the VIX. I swear to God, if you guys could just master the VIX, you can know so much in real time. And the VIX is a forecasting tool because it's what people are doing to hedge against the future move. And so what we're seeing right now is releasing of protective hedging going on across the market. And it's catching up with the market move, which could also be a sign of momentum from the protective hedging being released, right? And so that can actually surpass the current move eventually with the momentum, and then VIX could diverge bullish. It could start to show that we're going to be tugging the market up and that the future direction of the market is up. So, but right now it's just about dead even and looking neutral, let's say. Huge pop on Tesla. There you go. I hope that guy that was asking if he should get out of Tesla, if he was long, held for that first 5 minutes so he can get that direction. And now you should hold. You should hold Tesla if you're long, if you're going up. You tried to sell stock below the selling price and order was not filled. Yeah. Because you tried to sell the stock. Oh, you tried to sell the stock below the selling price and the order was not filled. Could be a myriad of reasons. And you just need to call your broker and learn what it was. And just do that every time, there's something you don't understand. Because there's not just 1,001 things to learn about the stock market, but probably like 10,001, maybe even 100,001 things you need to learn about the stock market in order to really have a grasp on it. It is truly a vast system, and there are probably over 1,000 different ways and strategies that you can make money on the stock market, and you could never learn them all, ever, in a lifetime. Absolutely not. You could never learn everything about the stock market. It's that vast of a system. You just got to pick something, specialize in it, and then, just get your learning curve way up. Huge pop on Tesla. Yes, I'm watching that. Yo, what the fuck? New all-time high on Pfizer. Really? Pfizer is running that strong? Man, I feel bad for Pablo because he sold at 55.50, I think, yesterday, or maybe it was 54.50. Anyway, it's at 55.70, and indicating that it could get as high as 56.40. According to the average true range, 56.40. And there's even more ways to lose money. Oh, I love that. Yeah, there's an endless way to make money on the stock market, and then there's an endless number of ways times infinity ways to lose money on the stock market. That just totally reminded me of what was that movie with Woody Harrelson and Rosie Perez? I think that was her name. White Men Can't Jump. You guys got to see that. That's a great movie. Yes. Yeah, that's a great movie. Great movie. So good. So Woody, let's see if I can do Rosie Perez. Woody, I'm thirsty. His name was Woody in the movie, wasn't it? I think so. I'm thirsty. So he goes to the kitchen and brings her water, and he says, "You idiot! What'd you bring me water for? You said you were thirsty. When I say I'm thirsty, I want you to say I'm thirsty too, honey. I want you to sympathize with me and relate to me." Oh, there's so many good scenes in that movie. Oh shit! Hey, here comes BFRI, guys. BFRI. I'm pulling it up on the high speed setup. We might have some momentum here starting now that the market warmed up. We are getting our first pullback on the market. What we don't want to see is for that to be just a massive failure. But I don't think it will be. Let's see what happens. BFRI broke pre-market high of 712. You can get in BFRI for 50 cents of risk at the moment. 40 cents of risk because it's now at 6.9. Your stop would be 640. 640. BFRI. Billy Hoyle? That's his name in the movie? Billy. Okay. I always thought she was kind of saying Woody, but whatever. Close enough. You guys are great. I love the guys. They're like this musical quartet that are always in a couple of scenes in the movie. They open the movie with some music. You know, they're like an a cappella group. These dudes by the court. These old guys. Really good movie. Go see it if you haven't seen it. Jimmy. Is that his name? Jimmy? Thank you very much. Yes. It's Thinkorswim. That's a platform I use for day trading and for checking the markets. Ooh, there we go. A very strong move from the industrials. We didn't even get much of a pullback at all, like almost a squeeze from the industrials. This is very surprising. And it's likely to lead the Qs and SPY strongly. Wow, that was a very strong move to the upside on the industrials off of a pullback. Unexpected, really. I would have expected more breathing room, a little bit more pullback, a little bit more trickery. This is not acting like a bull trap at all. This is acting like an authentic rally. Billy, yeah, it is. Now you're totally making me remember. What was I going to say here? I was checking. It looks like value stocks are starting to go up again. And then growth, they're just hanging sideways. So Qs might suffer today. Qs might just go sideways. But industrials are doing well, and value is doing well. So that can include utilities, consumer staples, so like Walgreens, and then also healthcare is doing okay too. Healthcare is holding up. Whoa, I just turned completely blue how did that all the lights in my office converged on blue at the same time. All right, so BFRI is making progress. Every 25 cents underneath every 25 cent level, that's where you want to take 5 to 20% profits out of the position that you put on. Who got into BFRI and at what price there? Hopefully some of you got it at 6.8 or even 6.9. There was a little bit of a pullback. SYSVW in at 7. Very good. All right, so the Dow has settled down a little bit, but that pullback definitely was really positive and encouraging. Very strong. How many of you have seen my like TikTok video about measuring the strengths of trends by reading the pullbacks, by reading the strengths of the pullbacks? Well, that is a perfect example. If you go and look at like the 2-minute on the Dow today, DIA, you can really see what I'm talking about. Very healthy, shallow pullbacks signifying strength, strong rally. 6.9, in at 7, 6.98. Good. Here we go. BFRI hitting 724. There's your first profit right there, 5%. Take 5 to 20% out of your position right there underneath 724. And move half of your position mentally to break even. So should price come way, way, way back, you've got two stops now. The original stop, which is 6.4, and then half your position that you've got remaining over at your entry. And then if this can get up to 750, you can take out another profit point, and that's where you're not going to lose money anymore at that point. You're going to move your stop to break even. Apple did reject. It did not follow through. So that's the cues going sideways under pressure. It seems like industrials don't care. They're going to just rally. And so SPY might end up somewhere in between. The cues sideways, industrials rallying, and so SPY grinding up. Now let's see if I can get a closer view of the VIX here so I can figure out if we're diverging or converging or staying the same. Converged. It looks like people are being cautious, and on that pullback on the cues, started to slap on some protection again. This is like navigating a star field, like you have to put your hedges on when necessary. Excellent. Jackson, excellent. How you get entry when looking at like this? I have another computer set up here where I do more, and I also have other computer things going on over here, and I use this hotkey scripting unit called a Stream Deck. But that said, I'm not getting in anything yet, but I did work on a position on Apple there, and we're still waiting to see what can pop in momentum land. Now, the other day, PG was doing good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's doing well today, but those value stocks should be holding up pretty well. Yeah, it's just hanging out up at the top end of that run that it was on. I do believe we rolled that yesterday, but I don't remember. But I think so. I think we rolled PG up. Yeah. With the magic 8 ball lately. Yeah, we haven't needed to rely on any witchcraft. I should have a Ouija board in here, huh? Wow, the Dow is now about to break yesterday's afternoon high. That's significant progress on Dow. I got to take a look at that. More about Apple. Apple and the tech is poised to go sideways today. That's what I can tell you about it right now. Yeah. A real significant point for Dow will be 358.60. And right now it's at 358.28. If it can get to 358.60 and break over that, that's progress over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, after the last week. And until then, I'm still concerned. BFRI, your stop is 6.4 or break even, depending on how many profit points you've taken. Jackson, we have a position in ARE. Now, if you go back and you look at our alerts, you can figure out whether or not you should be stopped out of that or not. Remember that on day 4, we have to be 33% out, and our stop is moved to break even. Okay. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Fantastic. $10 loss any day. I'll take that any day. That's good news. Look at laser, somebody says. Yeah, I'm just looking at everything else as well here. Now, if BFRA runs again and breaks out, we'll be looking for a break at 725, and it would be for 35 cents of risk, stop at 6.9. And if that happens and you forgot those numbers, that's not my fault. You got to, figure out this if you're going to be taking these trades on your own. Write these numbers down when I say them. All right, the market has been open for exactly 30 minutes now. It's been interesting. It's been interesting to see how this day plays out. I do think that we'll start to settle in and slow down at a certain point here. And then tomorrow, really, really settle down, waiting for to hear what the Fed is going to say about tapering, if they're going to say anything about tapering. I think anytime that, not every time, but anytime that Powell talks, the market drops. But not necessarily. Sometimes information that was expected, once it's known and out of the bag, then uncertainty drops and people start removing their hedges, and then the market starts to get lifted. Calls all day, says somebody. We're having different results in different sectors. Tech is struggling. Industrials are doing great, considering. And SPY is about halfway in between. Both of them in an upward direction. Right now, the VIX hedges are starting to go on strong. We're getting bearish divergence right now. Somebody knows something. Bearish divergence going on the VIX. All right, GRTX finally getting to where we want to see it. Above 330. If you want to get into GRTX now, you can. For about 50 cents of risk would be a good idea. This was the number one most popular stock this morning and up the most. So possibly it has potential. If it were to pop $4, it could probably see that $4.50 level. Yeah, the Fed speaks regularly. It is a scheduled thing. You can go on the web and look for the Fed schedule, just like that, and check it out. Sometimes they release notes. Sometimes they have a conference. Sometimes they're having a presentation. Dean says, thanks again for the advice. I stayed because of the advice of the 5-minute rule. Yes, the 5-minute rule is just, you have to. Yeah. Follow the 5-minute rule. Awesome. Thanks again for the advice. And Dean says, I plan to join the community after the first of the year. Going to learn for a while before jumping into it. Good job, Dean. And so, Dean, are you in the Market Mastery program? For anybody who's interested in the Market Mastery program, I'm going to drop that link right now. Oh. Solely halted up, says Drew. Solely. All right, let's pull that up. Industrials having their pullback moment, and we're getting that bearish divergence on the VIX. Bearish divergence. There Could be a scary pullback coming here. Q's about to turn red on the day. And wow, yeah, there we go. Very strong bearish divergence on the VIX. So lots of hedges being put on and gold being bought up. So that means money being taken out of the market, hedges being put on, and money back into gold, not into the market. So something fishy is going on here. Yes. Watch out, bearish divergence on the VIX. But the industrials are holding, but perhaps smart money knows something's coming, and there might be a strong pullback on the Dow. Could be another red streaker like yesterday. ISIG now really, really running. We've got some momentum going on ISIG, ISIG. Hey, thanks so much. Steve says, I signed up for the lifetime. This group is the best. Thanks. Somebody wrote Doge, D-O-D-G-E, but I think you mean D-O-G-E. But yeah. All right, there goes the Qs. They've turned negative. And it looks like they're going to easily break down. Tech breaking down. Tech and growth breaking down. SPY-G, that's the all the growth stocks on SPY, have gone negative. Red on the day. And Apple looks like it's going to break down. If it breaks the low, you can grab puts on Apple, and that's happening right now. Now, did anybody grab those puts up at the top at resistance at 177.5 just now, like about 20 minutes ago when I was mentioning it? This is why that would have been a good move. There you go, David. You did the right thing. When we get to those resistance levels, it can be worth the risk. I think you're probably seeing a good return now already, and you can keep holding through the path of victory here, or you can be rolling every dollar you go up, whatever the next strike is. You can just keep rolling through the profit points. What percentage are you guys up on that, David, Saeed? Here comes BFRI for the potential rebreak. Again, like 50 cents. No, like let's see, 30, 35 or 40 cents of risk should cover you if it rebreaks at 725. BFRI, breakout at 725. Potential coming. Doge, that's right. Good job. All right, we have somebody else who also got puts. Here it goes. Once Apple breaks 74, 174, you have potential free fall, so that's really good for your puts. Okay, Apple did bounce right there. How many of you rolled your option? You're up 40%, 33%. Yeah. As you go through strikes, that can be something you can do. You can roll your profit out every time. Just, you're moving your position down and you're taking out the profit. And you're moving it down and you're taking out the profit. You're moving it down and you're taking out the profit. Rolling down with your puts. If Apple, if Apple moves $1, then you roll $1. Makes sense? It doesn't. Yep, that'll count as a day trade. Yeah, it takes money to make money. in this. That's why I, recommend that until you have $30,000 saved up, you really should just be swing trading. So you don't even have to worry about that day trade stuff. And plus, day trading is very difficult, and it works best when you have no limitations. And even then, it's hard. Okay. How far out do you buy options? Never really traded them. First of all, when you're trading options, a lot of people in the beginning think that the way options work is you choose the strike for where you think the stock is going to be. Like that's what they think, you do with the options. So like with Apple, you buy the Friday 170 put because you think maybe Apple's going to go down to 170. That is not how options work, and you're going to lose your ass. You're going to lose all your money, all of it, thinking that way. So number one, in the beginning, I also thought that. So I already can sympathize and understand how, with very little knowledge, that's how you might think options work. It's not how they work. So you want to buy something called in the money. So if you have, Apple here is at 175 right now, and you want to take on a put position down, you have to buy the in the money strike, which is like 176 or 177. It's up higher than the 175 level. And already you're confused. And now I'm telling you what to do. And so you don't understand what I'm saying. So you're confused. You were wrong. You're dealing with cognitive dissonance. And you don't understand what I'm saying now. So, like, just do nothing right now. Just learn. Just learn about options. I recommend taking my video lessons. That's called the Market Mastery. I'll drop the link here, and I recommend joining our community. It's free to check it out, and it's excellent to be like a fly on the wall for several months, just absorbing and learning everything in our community. X curve is starting to curve up. X curve. But to answer your question, now if you want to get an X curve, this is kind of a penny stock. It's at 40 cents. Your stop would be at 36 cents. So we're talking about like 4 cents of risk. And you probably need to be taking 5 to 20% profits every cent, every penny. So this is going to be kind of funny for you guys because we usually don't trade stocks under $3. But XCUR, XCUR, does have some momentum. BFRI did make that 725 breakout. Who got it? That would be the re-break. You can either top up, refill, add on, buy in again, get a late entry, whatever it is. But that was 725 break for approximately about 40 cents of risk. Yep, learned that too. Yeah. Regarding how much time to get on options, then once you go in the money, time becomes more expensive to buy, but it becomes like protection for you, because then the amount of theta decay goes down. For instance, if there's 5 days left on an option, every day you're losing 20% of the value of the option's premium. Okay, that's going to be a little bit confusing. Some of you will understand that, and some of you are at the level where you just learned that and you're like, oh shit, really? And then so therefore you're losing 20% a day if you choose an option that has 5 days left and you hold it overnight, right? But if you choose an option that has 10 days left, then overnight it's only going to lose 10% of value. Okay, it's not exactly the case. Okay, there's a lot of other variables going on, but woo, look at BFRI. You guys make sure you take in your profits underneath the $7.50 level, 5 to 20%. Looks like BFRI is flying. BFRI, guys. And so what was I saying? So yeah, so buying more time allows you to lose less money overnight, per night, per day. Time becomes a nice buffer against potential daily loss. We still have bearish divergence on the VIX, and it's interesting that we're not seeing it happen. But there seems to be potentially a big move being prepared for to the downside on the VIX. Hedges are being put on. So do you, what did you say here? Yes. So do you want make more my buying long and selling early? Do you make more money buying long and selling early? Yeah. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah. It's the strangest thing. But that's why I always recommend you buy 3 times the duration of what you think you need. 3 times the duration of the expected move. Always buy at least 3 times the duration. You're going to get it back when you sell your option back. It's just there's so many reasons to buy 3 times, and I do teach that in my video lessons, so I don't have to go over them all right now. But it's a good idea. All right, the Dow did break pivot, so that is a top reversal on the industrials. Not the greatest sign, but does put Dow into a sideways channel, while the Qs are now in a downward trend. So I can see how now the VIX, and the VIX is, we're getting even stronger bearish divergence on the VIX. We might be seeing the market tank in a moment here. So therefore, you might want to grab some SPY puts. For those of you who have, SPY puts or Apple puts or whatever it is you got, keep holding. You have 500 shares of ALZN. You've been bag holding for months. Let me take a look. Every one of these little pop-ups that ALZN does, it just gives you hope to hold on further because maybe it'll gain, and then they don't. It's just, that's called a pump and dump, and you got trapped. So you should probably take that money and put it on something else. Just going to get worse over time. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a bottom here, but Apple is continuing down. So if I had to look anywhere, I would almost go with Apple more for the short than even SPY. Tech very weak today. Here comes GRTX for a rebreak at 344. That'll increase your stop to 315. Yeah, okay, you're in ALZN at 3, and it never gets there. It was there pre-market, but it was early in the morning, around 4 a.m. What do I think about naked? Let's take a look. Just pump and dump. So pump and dump. you know, at this moment. That's just the way it's behaving. It's got nothing other than pump. And fundamentally, it's improving slightly, but still, I think it's going to take a while for that company to settle in. Like, couldn't you find something better to invest in? Yeah, I think so. Sure, Kevin. Give me a sec. I'll paste the link. I'm here to pump you up. I'm sure nobody remembers that one either. Do you remember when Emilio Estevez was on that? Do you remember the one with Emilio Estevez? And he's got pimples all over and everything. That was so funny. That was the best. All right. Yep. Do you remember when Saturday Night Live just went just like off the deep end? They had a couple of episodes that I can't find anywhere that were freaking awesome. And one of them is The Order of the Hand is Given. It's when the newscasters' teleprompters go down and it descends into like Lord of the Flies chaos. And then Will Ferrell jumps up from behind the couch and there's like tiki lamps on and there's no light in the studio and everything. And he's got like bloody hand all over his chest and he says, "The order of the hand is given." That was great. Let's see. Somebody wants the market mastery. Let me send that out to the various channels who are asking. All right. And yeah, and then there was another one where Phil Hartman says, "I'm going to poke out your eyes and piss in your skull." Do you remember that? Like, holy shit, they were saying such incredible stuff on. Oh, dude, they're definitely not. Although I've seen some funny things lately, they really went off the deep end. Yeah, man. I wish I could poke out the skull and piss in the eye of his wife, that woman who killed him. Jesus, that was just terrible. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. He was, yeah. And Chris Farley. Wish I could poke out the eye and piss in the. Okay, enough of that. Wait a minute. He died of being fat. I wish I could poke out the fat. Hey, BFRI coming back up here. Now, if BFRI breaks 760, your next profit level is 775, and your stop will move up to 715. Yes, your stop, your German stop will move up to 715. Yeah, drugs too. If I could poke out the eye of the drugs and piss in their skull. Apple going down for any reason in particular? It's just overextended, and we're having a hard time finding buyers in this market. So we need some distribution, is what it's called. So we need some people to start releasing their hopes back out into the market so that some new people can get in. I am Twisted Arrow bow fishing. Yeah, TGBO. I am still, yes. I have those till December 22nd. I'm just waiting for them to settle down. Just waiting for them to settle down. I'm probably going to have to start releasing them once they get into the teens again because last time it didn't follow through. So, and time is getting limited. GRTX. So, GRTX is not following through with momentum. So you have to be watching out for pivot breakdowns or failed retests on GRTX. Right now, that would be your current stop all out would be at 318 GRTX. 318 all out stop on GRTX. So we're just holding through that. Otherwise, we're taking profits every 10 cents. 5% to 20% profits every 10 cents. You bought in at 708 on BFRI and got scared and sold. You had 400 shares. You would have killed it. The reason why you sold is because you don't know how many shares to buy. Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing as far as like how much to buy. And we use the 1% rule. That's what's really going to help you, is the 1% rule. So that'll help you figure out how many shares you could have bought. Then you wouldn't be sweating and you'd be able to hold it and you wouldn't feel like, oh my God, I'm losing so much money. And then it would end up being something profitable. So, I mean, you're getting scared out of positions for the fact that you're not even planning properly on how to size your, like, how many shares do you, like, how do you know how many shares to buy? Do you even know? No, you don't, right? You're just horsing around, just playing around. There's actual professional ways to know how many shares to buy. It's called the 1% rule. You want to go through the Market Mastery, my program, to learn that. I'm going to post that again. And then if you want to join our trading community, that's at primetimetrading.com. And you can learn a lot by being a fly on the wall in there. And there's so many other traders, lead traders like myself in that community to learn from. And it's just worth it. It's just worth being a fly on the wall. If this is something you want to start to improve at, it's just worth it. And we're starting to get an uptick on across the market. It doesn't look like it's going to follow through from the industrial side. We'll see. So this could be another bull trap. Fuck you. Bull trap. What? What did you just say to me? What did you just say about what I was saying? It is not bull trap. What the fuck? No, bull trap is when you think the market's going to go up, and then it just and then so you get in, and then it just rips down on you. It's a setup. It's a trap. It's a trap. Up on SFM. Is it not listed, Birch? Don't waste my motherfucking time. You go look. Yeah. I'll go look. I mean, I already get private messages from like so many of you all day long. And I don't complain. I don't say anything. Let's not take it to the next level. Oh, we're getting a reversal on the VIX to the downside. So for the moment, something positive. Thank you. It's a trap. Yes. I bet this guy parties pretty hard, said somebody. I used to. When I was in Los Angeles, I used to go to Hollywood parties. And when I was 18, I started crashing Hollywood parties. You see a bunch of cars on the street doing valet, like up in the Hollywood Hills. And you just walk in. That's the way it used to be. And then, movie stars and everything all around. It was a lot of fun. Those were fun times. I'm talking about the 90s, late 90s. Yeah. And then, but then, about 10 years ago, I used to go to, and I kid you not, these are real numbers, about 15 parties a day in the evening down in Hollywood. Everyone was having this or that. Every single day there was another party, and you could get on these lists to be able to know what was going on. And we would just party hop every 30 minutes, every 15 minutes. We'd jump to another one. Meet people was mostly for networking. And it created great, outstanding networking opportunities. Jackson says, now it's teenagers on TikTok. How times have changed. Yeah, pretty soon it's going to be like all in the metaverse. Somebody on TV was saying they didn't really believe much in the metaverse direction because who's going to put on, after a while, how, putting on the goggles, how, strenuous that's going to be. Talk about a moron with no vision. Like, does he not know that we're getting Neuralink fucking going? That we can put that shit in glasses, contacts, that there could be 3D screens, 3D displays. Just like, what a moron. You have to be quite the visionary, and trust me, Mark Zuckerberg knows what the fuck is going on. He's got the metrics, the pulse on everybody. So him going through this metaverse conversion isn't an experiment. He knows, just like Steve Jobs knew. Here we go, BFRI about to break out, 759 level. And if it does, again, 715 is your stop. So 60, 15, what is that? 45 cents, so about 50 cents of risk if we break the 760 level. If you're already in, you can either top off with that method or just keep holding and take your next 5 to 20% profit off underneath 775. Yeah, the plan is to plug into your brain. Yeah. I mean, actually now we're even like, we've got these sensors that can read your dreams. Have you heard about that? And can read the words you're thinking and the stuff you're thinking about. I mean, please, some of these people have no understanding of the future. They looked at cell phones when they first came out and said, there's no way. I mean, the quality of a phone call is so much better with a wire. It's like, please. They think like the extinct. BFRI has warrants also, says Carl Kiernan. BFRI apparently has warrants for any of you looking to look for some warrant arbitrage or possibly to trade the warrants. RJ, are you here today? RJ must be sick. Haven't heard from RJ. Anonanaut just dominating the VIP chat right now. And Weeboo. Pretty soon here, I think my voice is going to start the robot thing starting to come in. This is usually around where it starts to happen. PPSI is starting to move again. Thoughts? I don't know. Let's see. It's just like a scraggly pump and dump looking chart right now. So maybe you get in low here and you get out at 13. I don't know. It's a gamble. My thoughts are don't touch it. All right, you guys, make sure you join our day trading and trading community. We have tons of alerts. We're over at primetimetradinggroup.com, or just click the link in my bio. Go on over there to my profile, and the link is in my bio. That's it for the morning session. The momentum has slowed down, and we'll be continuing to trade. I'll be available over the Discord. So hope to see you soon. Have a great morning, everybody. I got to go take my car in for repair, too. All right. Catch you guys later.